Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is Seeking Sister Wife, Season 6, Episode 5. This is my wife, our wife, and our girlfriend.
Davis family names another episode. Do they get an award at the end of like which family has the most titles that are from their parts of the episode? Or do you think that's something that they just have bragging rights for?
I'm going to guess bragging rights and maybe an Applebee's gift card, if they're lucky.
Hibachi gift card. I'll take you up on that.
Man, I've been dreaming about hibachi rice ever since we watched this.
We've been wanting hibachi for a good year now, and we still haven't gone. Because I think we went last summer, and then we were thinking about it again around Thanksgiving, Christmas time last year.
It's uncomfortable to do unless you're in a larger group.
When it's just the two of us, I feel very much like a burden on whoever would be doing the hibachi for two people. And then I also don't want to do hibachi with other people that I don't know. So that's the complication.
It's hard being antisocial and then...
Yeah, both things.
I'm not going to make you open up the grill just for us.
I don't want to be a burden for that. Yeah, I don't want to make that request that requires you to do something that you normally wouldn't do for just two people. And then also, I don't want to unless I know the people at the table with me.
I also feel like it's a little bit of an inaccurate statement. I understand it's Nick's quote, but I just get the vibe that Teresa's their soon-to-be ex-girlfriend.
They're working on it. He's
trying to drop the hints every single week.
But she's moved in now. So now it's oh boy, it's I'm kicking out our roommate too as part of it. You're evicting someone as well as breaking up with them.
This has to be a really big lesson for moving forward, that maybe we don't let someone move in before we're totally sure that we want them to join the family permanently.
Did they know at that time? Because they're acting like now they don't know. So, were they
I think they needed someone to cover Dannielle's part of the rent.
Is that what it is? Because, aspiring rapper doesn't really pay the bills. It doesn't scream financial success to me either, though.
All right, let's just start with that. Let's get into the Davises. I finally have something in common with Nick, in that I, too, choose to never drive if it's an option.
Well, he can't drive.
Is that what he said?
I think
I thought this was just a choice.
No, I think it's he does not drive. Passenger prince.
Maybe that's why they need another wife. They need another chauffeur.
Another wheelman.
Yeah, someone else to drive Nick around. So we're heading to hibachi. We already kind of spoiled that.
Love it.
They do sit down at a table. There's
at
four.
The flat top. Yeah.
Four of them.
Yeah. See, that's a reasonable amount, right? 4 people minimum to have somebody open up the hibachi. But for 2 people, it's a lot.
They went out to dinner because they want to talk about their relationship. And I guess they don't feel comfortable doing it in the house.
I wouldn't.
They don't want Teresa on her own turf.
Well, it's just
Let's do it out in public where there are witnesses.
This seems like a weird... Yeah, maybe that's it. It's for Nick's safety. The other thing that's strange here is let's go to hibachi, where we can all sit in a straight line, where it's not...
There's no place more awkward to have a conversation than at a hibachi table.
Could you do this at a booth? Can we go somewhere where it has seating 2 and 2 on each side where we face each other? It's also a little bit easier.
What if they did get seated with strangers? What if it was a busy night at hibachi and they have to have serious conversation with Teresa about the state of their relationship in front of these people?
Over people at the hibachi? It's family style. They want steak.
Nick starts talking about entropy. Am I saying that right?
Well, he wasn't, so...
This is a science word, I'm guessing. Those are the only books that he likes to read.
Right.
I failed physics, so I feel like I'm a little behind.
Failed physics?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I think if I'm understanding, the whole point was that, guys, please don't leave comments if I get this wrong. I'm already envisioning it. That this is a state where there's a lot of chaos and yet organized chaos. Am I getting that right?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
Okay,
if
you
we're being
zoned
honest.
out just like Teresa
When
did.
he wasn't saying the word that he was defining correctly, then I lost interest very quickly. So I wasn't really paying attention. But if you're talking about organization through chaos, you're talking about the podcast. You're talking about our
This is
show.
the state of our lives.
You're talking about my life. You're talking about me living with ADHD is basically what you're describing then. Order in the chaos.
I feel like they had to go out to eat as a family so that April could run this conversation because that was the intro. It made no sense. He didn't really follow it up with anything.
The entropy.
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 April was like, I got it from here. I think things are moving a little too fast, Teresa. We got to slow things down.
It's funny that you should bring that up, Nick, because there is a bit of chaos here in that Teresa wants to be part of the family very quickly, and we're not on board with that.
The thing that she keeps pushing is that she wants her last name to be changed to Davis because otherwise she just won't feel like this is an official relationship.
Well, she doesn't feel, that was the weird part, right? Is that I don't know how to feel committed in this relationship unless I change my last name and I marry someone else who's not even in this relationship yet. So it's just like,
I don't understand the logic.
That's a whole bunch of other things. And then to be like, oh, I'm not, it feels like a threat. It feels like her, well, I mean, like, not just because she's so, domineering in that way, in that Farrah Abraham sort of way. Dominatrixing. No, like in the way that it's intimidating because it feels like she's trying to force them into letting her join their family. Otherwise she will leave. But I think the threat of otherwise I will leave is now working out in their favor where they're like, we'll take you up on that. Yeah, we'll pay the cab fare and send you wherever you need to go.
Why does she need their permission to change her last name to Davis?
Here's the fun part. She doesn't. Yeah.
No, girl, you can walk into any Social Security office and say, I would like to change my name.
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
Also, this is exactly how the Brown family did it. That's why they all had Brown as their last name, even though they weren't all married to Cody. Because you can just go do that.
You can do that as you see fit. She wants more than that, though. Like, she wants the other person and then that connection. I think she just wants to be part of the club here and be fully accepted. And she sees that as the way to do that. I don't think that's going to make everyone comfortable with you in the house, though.
I think she is picking up on a vibe that she's not really fully part of this group. And it's because they're uncomfortable with you.
Yeah, it's not shaping up to be a permanent thing here.
Moving in together is so much more serious of a commitment than the things that she's asking for. I guess aside from marriage, but she's talking about it hypothetically with someone who doesn't exist yet. So
that's the hard part.
Doesn't feel that immediate.
Yeah, to basically be like, oh, and then also I'm open to it being Dannielle, the person who you all have broken up with and are not in a relationship with her anymore.
I am so here for the story where Dannielle comes back and has to just meet Teresa.
Plot twist.
Maybe we don't ever get to the marriage, but I'm here to see them date.
I would like to see that, though, in some capacity. The real kicker is when they're going to boot Teresa out of this relationship and say you weren't a great fit, not working out. And then Dannielle comes back again as the third. And then Teresa's going to be like, what the hell?
I have to tell you, I don't think that they're open to Dannielle coming back.
No, I don't think so either. But that would be, best case.
For
best
the
case
purpose
scenario.
of creating good reality TV, I think you should be just to have her come have the date. Just to meet Teresa.
And the Davises don't seem like they're opposed to just having a wacky date for the cameras. Like that seems to be...
They've done it before.
Yeah, come on.
Also, Dannielle knows Teresa. Remember that photo that was on Facebook? And they're just going down the line. There are like two more women in this photo who we haven't seen on this show yet. But everyone else in this photograph have come on the show at some point. Either they've been part of the original Davis family, or it's been Dannielle, or one of the other women who's been brought on for a date.
It was a different hibachi night.
The table was full.
The table was full, yeah.
They head home, and this is where Nick gets caught by Teresa hanging out in, is this some type of like a den?
Let's
His
call it
room
a
to
den.
read?
Yeah, the reading den. but with the curved couch in front of the big screen TV that is just playing the Yule log video on it while he reads.
I love that he's trying to create his own library environment. Like, it's so studious that I'm here in front of the fire reading. You just caught me while I'm engaging in my evening habit of cracking open a physics book to learn more words that no one else knows.
No one else. No one else knows them. Thankfully, no one else knows them, so they can't correct me on the things that I'm saying wrong. But yeah.
I was trying to figure out where this room was because it just felt really weird.
I don't know. It's kind of like that office in The Shining where it's just like, there shouldn't be windows back there, but there are. It's
off of a kitchen. So I think this used to be the dining room or should be a dining room area, but they've made it into his reading nook.
We need more shelves. We need more books around.
It wasn't cozy enough.
No. Maybe a blanket or two. You gotta have...
Decorate it in like dark academia or something.
It's too bright in there too. And then also just the glow of the television that's 6 inches away from you.
It was just so funny because he's taking himself so seriously as she walks in. I think he was trying to make it like, I'm studying. I don't have time to talk.
Is that
maybe we can put this off till tomorrow.
He's been very studious since Teresa's moved in. He's retreated to the library multiple times.
Do you think she just wants to talk about her rap career? Is she trying to get that back on track, or is she trying to pick that back up? Because she starts just rapping for us.
Okay. So this kind of comes out of nowhere because it's basically like, oh, you didn't shit on my rap career until I moved in, until we started dating. Then you weren't supportive of this. And he was like, yeah, if that's a dream that you have, I'm going to let you know that's not what I'm supporting.
Even he seemed like he didn't understand why she was bringing this up.
It is out of nowhere. I don't know why, like what spurred this on. Yeah, what part of the conversation did we miss that got us here?
I think she's kind of okay at it.
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've heard.
I've seen a lot of people rap a lot worse on television who are aspiring rappers.
Right.
I'm not saying that this is a dream that she should pursue. I just think I've seen a lot of people do it worse.
Seen a lot of people do it better too, though. So
true.
Like, that's the problem. That's what it usually comes down to, is where are you going to be like better than the rest here as far as who else is doing this? It's tough.
I'm just still convinced that Teresa needs a place to stay and that she feels like she can bulldoze her way into this family and use this platform as a way to relaunch her rap career.
Oh, so that's the idea. Well, her YouTube subscribership hasn't really grown too much since the past few episodes.
Maybe they should make a music video. Go the Mariah Plath way.
Well, at least she releases her music videos. Teresa does. Mariah Plath does not. So, as we know,
she's already ahead.
Still upset.
She just keeps giving Black Widow vibes, because then she's talking to Nick about how she's playing this game where she's trying to convince him that the whole time that they were friends, she was secretly in love with him.
Right.
And that she was just waiting for the day that they'd get to make love to each other. And she knew that that would be the last person that she would ever do that with for her the rest of her life. He seems frightened by that.
I'm frightened by that. I mean, it sounds more of a threat. It doesn't sound reassuring. It doesn't sound romantic. There's something scary.
He's not into it. He's not into her.
I know. He's talking about how he's still struggling with turning the corner of like shifting from friendship to relationship. And he's not there. He's not feeling that. So this is almost like her trying to convince him that like, hey, we should still do this.
She keeps ignoring everything that he says, though.
And he's like,
He's trying to plant the seed of this isn't really working out. And instead she's like, no, it definitely is. I'm already here and I'm not leaving. I could not stop looking at the scar on his shoulder.
Well, that was where he was stabbed by the ring wraiths at Weathertop. And then Aragorn had to fend them off. The Nazgul blade. He's Frodo Baggins this season is what I'm getting at.
I'm going to tell you, when you first started that, I had no idea what you were talking about.
I know.
And I figured maybe you knew something that I didn't.
Oh, yeah. You thought
I missed a very important part of Nick Davis's story.
Yeah, you thought I had Nick Davis lore to drop on you? No. It's Lord of the Rings. That's what it is. It's always coming back to Lord of the Rings.
I thought maybe Teresa bit him.
Oh, yeah, because you thought it was like vampire bite. And I was like, no.
I just think things get scary in the boom boom room.
Injuries have taken place. We need to be careful moving forward.
I just really want to see them break up with her because I know it's going to go really, really badly. Do you think she'll even accept it? I think either she'll flip out.
She'll accept it? It's not a resignation. It's not.
Yeah, they're letting her know that this is her 2 weeks.
This is 2 weeks notice for you. We're exercising our right to at-will relationship status. And this relationship is no longer financially viable or feasible. And we would like to conclude the relationship today.
They're just going to wake up the next morning and she's still going to be there.
Yeah, she's not going to leave. Her and her son.
She's going to have to be escorted out.
I don't think that...
No?
Do we have enough crew to escort her out? She's going to She-Hulk out and then just start throwing people around in the boom boom room.
She's going to break that bed before she leaves. The big one. the big, expensive one.
Yeah. She's going to jump right in the middle of that thing.
Who do you want to go to? You want to talk about Dani and Yessel?
Sure, yeah.
All right. They're still on this date with Jackie. I think we finally figured out what's going on with Jackie.
Did we? Did we?
I'm telling you, she has Muppet face.
Yeah. There is something. There's like the
emotion of a Muppet, you know?
She's like an animatronic person.
Yes.
Because there's a blankness behind the eyes.
You know the resting face of a Muppet before you actually give it an expression?
Yeah. Of course.
That's what's going on with Jackie.
Uh-huh.
And that's just the way she's looking at them as they're having this conversation.
This is not the first person that we've mentioned having Henson-esque features before. So it is something that we're kind of attuned to.
Some people are just born with it.
Yeah, we have an eye for it. We can spot it. The thing that I don't like is the way that she strikes me as like a sidler. So from Seinfeld, it's the person who just like, you turn around and they're there. And it's like, oh, like they don't make sound when they walk. She keeps her arms straight at her side.
They're just there. And
then she just appears behind you sometimes. And it's like, this is startling.
We're just already seeing the red flags.
The thing is, I don't not like her either.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Well, uncomfortable, sure. I'm uncomfortable 80% of my life anyway. So
I'm not soothed by her presence.
She's not a calming presence. And
I cannot imagine being Yessel and having sex with her.
She's just right there. She's on top of you. Yeah, it's just
turn her around.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I expected
something scarier might happen then. Then you don't know what to expect. So maybe it is better. You got to keep eye contact.
You might find the hole that the hand goes up in.
Oh. Which, if you're trying,
hold on, there's something extra.
which, if you're making love to Yessel, that doesn't narrow it down. That's the hole the hand goes up in. That sounds like he has his options available to him there. I would say she would be intense eye contact, direct eye contact.
The entire time.
The whole time.
No blinking.
But then also, even if it was like, a suggestion of maybe we try something where you're looking a different direction from me, not the direct eye contact that's making me wildly uncomfortable, she would still turn her head all the way around and maintain that eye contact.
Poor Jackie. We barely know her.
I know enough about Jackie here, I think, based on the brief interactions that we've seen, to get that sort of read.
She just kind of feels expressionless, even when they're saying things to her that should be alarming. Like, Dani's not sure about when Jackie and Yessel have sex if she's going to be jealous. And that's kind of the whole basis of why Jackie's in this relationship, or even exploring having some type of relationship with them. So kind of feels like maybe this isn't going to work out.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you've done your research here, or like you're prepared for a lot of the basic things that we're going to experience in this sort of relationship setup that you have requested me to join in.
Again, maybe just hire a babysitter.
That would probably be easier, but it's so much more expensive. We don't have the funds for that right now.
I think Yessel could really get down with it with an au pair. In more ways than one.
Oh.
Don't you think he'd be into that? It's someone who's living with you who can help with the kids. That's what Dani's looking for.
More holes to put his hand in.
Not we're going to get attacked by the au pair community.
And the Muppets.
I understand that's not your purpose for being there.
Oh, for the sexual favors is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's really not part
no.
of the official job description.
Not the official
but
job
maybe
description.
for Yessel and Dani's it will be.
They will include that in their job description specifically.
It just kind of feels like they're not being very upfront with Jackie about what it is they're looking for.
Very clearly they're not, because Jackie also has an interest in having more children eventually. And then Danny's like, that's interesting.
I hated this part of the episode.
She doesn't mention the fact that this doesn't seem like a good time to bring this up, where it's like, oh, I don't think that would be something that you would be doing with Yessel, though. Is that going to be too much of a barrier here to continue moving forward? We didn't really address that.
She waited until Yessel got up to go to the bathroom to even talk about this. And he comes back and she just is like, oh, yeah, we were having a good conversation. But she doesn't say to Jackie, oh, you want to have more kids? I got to tell you, that's not something I think I'm very comfortable with. Or are you imagining those kids would be with whoever your partner is, in this case, Yessel? Or would there be someone else who'd be the father of your children? Because that would really be the route I'd be looking to go.
Well, that would be a weird question to ask. Like, oh, is it going to be...
I know, but it's her deal breaker.
This? Yeah, I know. Like, but to ask, are you expecting like the guy that you're dating here, do you expect him to be the father of the children? Because like, that's not really what I had in mind.
Well, then maybe that's just showing that her expectations don't really make a whole lot of sense.
Well, it is kind of absurd to recommend to someone, hey, be in a relationship with my husband, but then also don't get pregnant by him. And if you want more kids, get pregnant by somebody else, and then we'll help you raise that kid. Can we write all the things down and then just read them back and just see, does this make sense? Does this make a whole lot of sense of what I'm asking another person to do?
I mean, maybe that's why she knows it's absurd, so she didn't bring it up. She's going to wait because Yessel comes back. Jackie has gone.
She just kind of disappeared into the night.
Yeah, where we don't know.
Sidled off.
Shot out of a cannon somewhere.
You gotta put some jingle bells on her or something so you hear her when she shows up again.
And she tells Yessel about the conversation, and he's like, wow, I think you should probably talk to her about that since it's something you're very concerned about.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I'm going to wait until we're like further along down the road here as far as on the path to relationship status, and then I'll just sort of dump it on her.
I think it's unfair because you're wasting somebody's time.
Yeah.
Because the next scene we get with them, she's having to meet a group of their friends, including Leah. So she's now going to meet Yessel's baby mama. So someone else who was allowed to have a baby with him, even though you're not.
Rubbing it in now. Yeah. Just.
I get why Leah wants to meet her.
Yeah.
Before the relationship progresses any further, because this woman, we can assume, is going to be around her child, since that's really the main purpose of why they're in this relationship.
It's going to be a big factor. Yeah.
We didn't really see too much of the conversation, just a little bit.
Yeah, this was
Just
like a
more of a
Yessel
screening.
send-off because he's leaving for work. So it's a bunch of friends and family and people to come hang out at the bar before he leaves for an extended period of time.
And still no one brings up the big topic to Jackie about having more kids.
Or about attaching bells and sound devices to her so they know when she enters the space.
So that's where we're going to leave them until next week. The Merrifields?
Yeah, they didn't really bring it this episode, really.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well, they're kind of settling into having Lorrana here now.
So they're trying to find a new normal. Yes, as Dannielle put it.
This is like her third day in America because she spent the night with Garrick last night and we learned it was pretty uncomfortable.
Did they bang? Is that what?
I feel like that was unclear.
I feel like it was undefined. And I feel like the other parts of this episode prove and show what that difference was. I don't think that they did bang.
I get the vibe that she felt weird about it because Dannielle was in another room.
Yes.
But still went through with it.
Oh, okay. See, I thought there was an excuse that was given where it was she's uncomfortable because she knows Dannielle's like
sisters upstairs.
Sisters nearby, too close. So Garrick was like, what can we do that would take us the furthest distance away from Dannielle? So he was like, oh, we'll go ride a mountain bike in the mountains, and then we'll just go for a ride, and then
find a secluded area.
A nice secluded spot where I'll lay down a blanket and we can bang it out.
Yeah, I think he just pawed at her all night and stared at her.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
In this case, it didn't.
I don't think it did.
Do you think they maybe should have replaced the bed? Because that's another thing that made her feel weird was not only is Dani in the house, but also this used to be Dannielle and Garrick's bed.
Now it's just Garrick's. He's taken full ownership of it, even though he doesn't change the sheets.
Oh, that's not going to be his responsibility.
No, because he hates that. It's womanly work.
Don't you feel like if they're already making the sacrifice of you get to have the room that we all come to instead of you coming to our room, and we have to share a room with each other, that maybe Garrick could change the bed sheets since he's the one benefiting from this?
Well, and the simpler move, which is brought up multiple times throughout this discussion of what are the night rotations? What's the cycle that we're going to be going through here? Because if it's every other night where we're just changing back and forth, you're going to be changing your bed sheets every single day. You're only going to be doing laundry.
Maybe not very realistic.
Not practical, not functional. But that's where Dannielle's like, I mean, it would be easier if like you just came to one of if we had established rooms and then you came, but like I'm not suggesting that.
I love that it's been 2 nights and this genius plan that they came up with, they're already thinking this is not very practical, that this was stupid.
This sounded great because it's what Garrick wanted. Yeah. And also it's the least amount of work for Garrick, which that is always what he's in favor of, no matter what it means. For the responsibility increase for his wives, he is there to sign on the dotted line immediately as long as it makes his life easier.
I feel like Dannielle's like, we're going to have to build a new house.
That must be it.
This was the entire concept, was they had to have the sister room. Let's just throw it out and start over again.
I don't think that's going to fix it, though, because it's still going to be Garrick wants his room. You need a bed that changes the sheets or like on its own, or is there's just like
they need a boom room like the Davises have, but it needs to be like fancy public bathroom toilets where the cover just automatically
like a quick change
Yeah.
Sort of, you can set like 5 layers of sheets and then you're just peeling them off throughout the week. And then you just do one huge load of laundry at the
Oh, that's another
week.
idea.
I'm
just like baby Leah's
here.
bed.
Yeah, something like that. Leah.
Whatever.
The, yeah, I guess it depends on how much these sheets are going through too, I guess. Because if it just seeps through a couple of layers, you might need to have like an in-between spot or something. I don't know.
Put some tarps down. I don't know. I thought the mountain bike was actually a nice gesture from them because it was something that Lorrana enjoyed doing in Brazil.
I thought this was something that they bought for one of their sons and then he wasn't using it. And so they were like, we're going to give it to Lorrana. So I didn't give them as much credit right out the gate of how thoughtful of a gift this was with her in mind.
Do you think she did a lot of mountain biking in Brazil, or it was more of like a casual bike ride down the street?
Yeah, maybe like a
in between the
bike.
Cafes.
Yeah. I mean, mountain biking is a little bit different.
A change of pace.
With this setup that she has too.
It was funny to watch them ride bikes while Dannielle is working out alone, because that used to be something she did with Garrick. Although it kind of, from the looks of Garrick, maybe it's been a while since they've been doing some partner workouts.
He's got the Corey pack going on.
Not the Cody six-pack.
No, not the Cody six-pack. The lipo six-pack. No.
I mean, the bike did have strings attached because what they're worried about is she's not going to like living in Colorado and will want to go back to Brazil. So the bike is a way to get Lorrana connected to the land.
Okay. I don't think you're going to be able to replicate her life from the photos that we saw. Maybe the sunsets. Like, I'll give you that. Some of the scenery.
A little bit of the landscape.
The nature, the landscape. But, like, the nightlife, the partying.
Her life sounded like so much more fun
the
when
bars,
she was living
the
in
clubs.
Brazil.
Like, hey, I mean, it's not going to be a one-for-one transplant that's going on here.
She was used to coming home from work and she'd go straight out and spend the night with her friends, doing all kinds of stuff, exploring the city. And now she's stuck at home in the middle of nowhere with Garrick and Dannielle talking about changing the bed sheets.
And you're learning the routine to put baby Leah to sleep, too.
Leia.
Leah.
I don't know.
You're learning all the things, all the stuff that you do inside this home 24/7, that it feels like you're kind of trapped here. Do you feel trapped yet? Are we getting that sort of sense from the remote landscape and the no escape sort of mindset that's going to start creeping in here? Cabin fever.
Dannielle's already ready to send her back.
Dannielle's like, how do I ratchet this up a little bit more? Maybe let's let her really see how remote we live and take her on a mountain bike ride around in the woods here. So then that way she knows, as loud as you scream, nobody's going to hear you.
Garrick does give serial killer vibes.
Toy box killer vibes.
Yeah, like he knows where the bodies are buried, wherever they're taking this bike ride to.
Recruit number 3 has a lot to deal with this week.
One of the other things the Merrifields were not prepared for was their sister wife, who does not speak any English really, feeling upset when they speak English in front of her.
Yeah, because this is part of the roundtable discussion of how we're going to sort through the sleeping patterns here, the arrangements for nightly visits to Garrick's room.
Lorrana's only been here 3 days and she's already frustrated by the language barrier.
Well, it's annoying. Yeah, you always have to talk into a phone. They don't know a lick of Portuguese. She doesn't know.
And they ain't going to learn anymore.
And they're not learning. Yeah, that was the max amount that they are capable of learning. So now you need to learn the entire English language so that they can communicate with you, because they're not going to do any more Portuguese. That's it. Maximum input reached here.
You could tell that was their solution, because she tells them, I'm getting frustrated that you're talking to each other and enjoying conversation. I feel left out. And their answer is pretty much learn English faster.
If you knew how to speak English, then you'd be able to contribute to the conversation more, you know? So get to learning.
They just continue to show that what they want is really impractical for who they are and what their life is.
And it's a strange calling to have, where it's very specifically Brazilian women, where you don't know the language, you don't know the culture, you don't understand anything. You just want to pluck beautiful women out of a country and then drop them into your rural home in Colorado and then say, obey me? I mean, like, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, you got it.
They both want
that is the plan.
Her to submit to their needs for everything.
Acclimate quickly, please.
Yeah. And it's like, it's your job to adjust to what we're providing you here with this life that we've offered you. There's a trade-off, though.
I would really like to see her leave, just so that they could have gone through having someone actually get here and have the experience of them live in the house, and then it go downhill.
Then they'll need to build a new house, because that's the Cody Brown ways. There's too much heartbreak here. Amazing, right? That the Merrifields have suffered loss after loss in this home. Heartbreak after heartbreak. They didn't move. They've been able to continue, forge ahead here, at least for the time being. So, I mean, they're pretty resilient in that way.
The Johnsons. So this is Matt and Anjelica.
Oh, God. Yeah, no Shanay this week.
No. So
Shanae's
Matt
out.
did attempt to text Shanay.
One time.
I think just because Anjelica begged him to.
Well, and I think he probably said something really stupid too. I think he probably said backhanded stuff or like not good. They were trying to say that he was explaining his emotions for stuff. Okay, I'm sure that was a very calm and rational text message that you sent her then after she just told you that she's been intimate with this new person that she's dating and you were very upset about that.
I think all it said was you up.
Oh. Well,
I really get the vibe that he's just going to act like the problems don't really exist anymore. It was probably like, good morning, beautiful. Because that's what she was saying she wanted. She never gets texts from Matt. He doesn't make an effort. So what I think happened was Anjelica pushed him to try to make an effort. And then Shanay didn't immediately respond. And he got frustrated.
he gave up.
Because it was like, see, even when I try, it's not worth it.
Not worth the effort because
it's not appreciated.
I did an effort one time and then it was met with nothing in response. So no more effort.
That's what I'm picking up from Matt. So she ghosted him, which I think is a good move for Shanay. Let's continue that.
We'll see. Yeah, because I don't know. I think Anjelica is going to be what kind of pulls Shanay back into this, is because there's going to be more of an obligation there between the ladies, unfortunately.
Well, he's been busy getting texts from someone else instead.
Yeah, good news, Anjelica. We don't need Shanay anymore because I have a whole roster of people who I've known from high school who I could probably still reach out to. I keep in touch. You know, I check in on things.
It's kind of pathetic that the person that he's been talking to was someone that he had a relationship with decades ago.
In high school? Yeah, like almost 20 years ago. Before he dated Anjelica. So that's what Angelica's like, well, this is kind of weird. Where it's like, I'm your wife, but now we're going to go hang out with somebody who's dated you before I even knew you. It's
who I guess he never mentioned.
I don't know. Yeah, like
is this a Facebook friend?
She seemed to not know much about this lady in particular here.
This was a big lesson for Anjelica. That I think you're going to have to vet whoever Matt says is a potential candidate before you actually go on a date with them.
Don't commit to anything with this guy, I think, is the real lesson here.
This brings up a new set of emotions for Anjelica because it kind of feels like she's betraying her very good friend now if they go on a date behind her back.
I mean, I don't think that she should feel that way, though, because Shanay was dating behind their back.
Yeah, so like, Shanay kind of had a whole boyfriend on the side.
To be honest here, if that's what you're feeling guilty about, do not feel guilty about that.
I could see, though, they're friends, or at least she thinks they're friends. And it's kind of weird to keep a secret from her about what it is you guys are doing while she's gone.
They're not even in contact with her anymore. So it's not like you're keeping a secret. It's just nothing would stop you from texting her too. If that were like, if you were so inclined, why would you need to?
Oh, it's going to make it worse.
Withhold that information.
If she was to tell Shanay it's been 2 days and we're already going on a date with someone.
Yeah, dumbass has something lined up. And so we got stuff to do, but I will let you know how it goes too, is the other part.
That's the funnier part of it.
Yeah, because
Shanay's laughing.
It's not going to go well.
She's at home watching this with some popcorn.
This struck me more as like an ego blow to Matt, because Anjelica specifically said that like his pride is wounded right now. And it's like, this was him trying to get back at her of like, I could date somebody else too. But I don't think he really proved his point here at all in this episode.
No. So they go on a date together to meet this woman. And it's some type of like witchy magic shop that they show up at.
I wasn't sure if like, was this her shop? Like, I didn't know what was going on here at first.
I kind of felt like I was like, are you the proprietor of this establishment?
Owner, operator?
Do you curate all of the objects in here? It felt like it.
Yeah, it seemed like that. But then she was like, oh no, I just like this store. It's my favorite witchy store. I'm practicing. I am a witch. And it's like, oh, okay.
I had mixed feelings about this.
Why?
Because Anjelica like immediately starts laughing at her.
Well, yeah, that wasn't great.
I felt like that was kind of rude. I'm here taking up for the covenless witches out there, you know?
Well, here's my thing. that feels like a big piece of information about her that Matt should have known, and he should have gave you a heads up on it.
I mean, that's why I'm saying, I don't know, did Matt not take a look through her Facebook before they met up? Because I'm guessing that's the only way they've stayed in contact, is this is a distant Facebook friend who's just been there for the past 17 odd years. You never deleted her, and you had a way to get back in touch. But maybe you needed to comb through and see what she's been up to over that time.
This is yet another Matt problem. That Matt is the problem here, and he did not communicate any of this to Anjelica, so she had no idea. Plus, the place that you're meeting up should kind of be a hint. Maybe a little bit, too. They weren't really sure what they were doing here, but they're going to make candles today. That's the activity that we have planned.
I thought that making candles seemed like it could be fun, but they're not actually like pouring wax and making candles. They're just lubricating a candle and rolling it in various scents, spices, Harry Potter things. Mugglewort. What was it? They had
some patchouli out there.
They had a whole variety of things out in front of them.
It depends on what you need it to be, I guess. But like, yeah, they were like dripping wax of other candles onto this candle. So it's like a mix of candles. It's a whole new thing now.
We forgot to introduce Marilyn. That's her name.
Oh, Marilyn, yeah.
We were just, I don't know, calling her the witch, referring to her as the witch.
Yeah, the witchy lady.
The witchy ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Little disrespectful. I think we should use her proper Christian name.
I don't think she would appreciate that. Yeah. So I think we were being respectful.
All I know is this woman starts to give a candle a hand job right in front of him.
Well, it's the only one that we're going to see probably here. I don't think we have to worry about any sort of physical intimacy between Marilyn and Matt.
No. So blast from the past, or not so much, I guess. Marilyn says that when she and Matt were intimate in the past, it was nothing really to write home about.
Sex was okay.
It was adequate. She hasn't missed it in all of these years.
Mediocre. Haven't really thought about it, actually.
And it was just rewarding to see another blow to Matt's ego.
Yeah, he was not expecting that.
No, that was it.
Yeah.
Did you see how he shut down?
He lost interest.
He was done with her now.
Lost interest after that.
You know, the whole premise of the date today wasn't enough to turn him off. The fact that his wife seems uncomfortable with what's going on,
nope.
That wasn't it. But the minute that she said that she wasn't into the boom boom, done with her.
Done with her.
I really dislike Matt.
Yeah, he's not doing a good job here.
No, he feels very like chauvinistic to me, and like I noticed in a previous episode he yelled woman at Anjelica. That just turns me off, you know. Use my name.
Yeah.
I'm not just another one of the women that you sleep with.
I'm not just a witch. Use my name. Be respectful.
I guess there's some irony in that.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
I don't see that things are going to get better for Matt and Anjelica. Do you?
No, I think things are going to get even worse for Anjelica specifically, because if you're leaving Matt to make more decisions about your relationship, I think it's only going to continue to decline for you.
We did see the preview for next week is that Anjelica is going to meet up with Shanay, and it looks like she starts crying. I think it's a desperate attempt to get Shanay to feel bad and come back, because it's more for me than it is for Matt. So maybe you could do like me a solid and not make me have to endure another date with another one of Matt's exes.
What I wonder is how many of those conversations have they already had? How many times has this already come up? So that would be interesting. That's what I'll want to keep an eye and an ear out for. If Shanay mentions we've already had this discussion previously.
Also next week, Reese and Billie Jean are back.
Oh, yeah.
Really been sparse with the footage of them.
Yeah, the dates don't seem like they're going too great, though. So probably not a lot of footage to work with.
And the Davis family is going to participate in a sexy boudoir photo shoot in which Teresa gets to be in the photos.
But, I mean, I guess we'll have to see if she does end up in the photos, because it seemed like she was breaking down in hair and makeup. Like she was not
She's not going to get there.
I don't know.
She's not going to get on set.
Yeah, she's not going to make it. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Well, I'm very excited about next week because we are going to be recapping the episode with Cara Berry of Everyone's Business But Mine.
Very exciting. Our original sister wife of the podcast.
Yes. Kara is the first podcaster we ever had a crossover episode with.
Very exciting.
It was very nerve-wracking. We were just little baby podcasters back then.
Years and years ago.
Also, start the countdown because Secret Lives of Mormon Wives returns for season 3 on November 13th. And we are going to be breaking down every single episode here on Surviving Reality.
It's going to be a whole weekend of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Extra long weekend.
A week.
Basically, like 5 days.
The plan is that once the season drops, we will have episodes dropping every single day until we have recapped all 10 episodes.
That's the plan.
So mark it in your calendars. Get your advent calendar ready. Thanks for listening. See you next time.